Hello, salutations human beings, it's Jaden here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a 6 exercise routine that I do. It's a circuit, not high intensity interval training. I'm going to tell you guys why in a bit, but let me show you guys what I've been up to inside the gym. A question you might have is, what is the purpose of this workout? I'd just say it's a cardio based workout because most of the time you're going to be moving. I would not call this any kind of muscle strength building, high intensity interval training kind of workout. I mean, some people would, but I don't think there's enough rest in between. You're mainly going to be breathing really heavy. I'd say it's really important during this kind of a workout where you have timings such as these, that you are focused on keeping your form the best you can. And if you can't keep your form correct, then there's always regressions, which I'm going to show a lot of for the rest of the video. All right, so we have pull-ups. So as you can see me there, I'm bringing my shoulders back and down as demonstration before I start doing the pull-up. And then I grab the bar. I do the same thing right before I do the pull-up. This just allows me to engage my lats properly and squeeze as I move up. I'm also moving really slow throughout this workout. I'm not trying to move too fast. Normally I would move faster, but the idea here is that I can just squeeze and focus. And I guess I was really fatigued today, so I wasn't really able to keep up my normal pace. Personally, at least, chin-ups are a lot easier than pull-ups for me. So if I feel too tired throughout the exercise set, then I'll just change. Here I'm doing I don't know what it's called. It's like a rope pull machine kind of thing. Basically, I'm looking for some kind of vertical pulling to do in this workout somewhere. So if I can't still do my pull-ups, I guess I'm going to be using a rope instead. And that works wonders for me. So yeah, same idea. Bring your shoulders down and back. I try and squeeze on each side as I pull, and it works fine. Squat jumps. So as you can see here, right before I actually do the jump, I kind of prep myself a little bit. I try and get the mental exercises down. I heavily recommend, like, if you're gonna do a workout like this, do a warm up. But yeah, I go down, I stop for a second. I make sure that as I'm touching the ground, I make full contact with my feet, and I'm trying to keep my core braced while I reach the ground. I'm trying to get used to using that momentum so I can eventually jump more than once. Generally, it's a lot harder when you have a continuous jump. Sometimes you can squat down, sit, wait, and try and jump a lot higher, which I find effective as well. So moving on from these squat jumps, I am actually doing high knees. I can't really get my knees too high or fast because, again, my knee is injured, but that's all right. Let's do my best for today, and I find it really effective. You feel your core in this one for sure. If you can't do that, you can do, I'm not even sure what these are called. These hurt a lot on my right knee. This is terrible. Now I move on to plyometric push-ups. The reason why I chose plyometric push-ups for this kind of a circuit where I'm, trying to get my heart rate up and etc. is like, I just want to be a little bit more explosive, like try and get my heart rate going the best that I can. And I find that these push-ups work the best for that, for me at least. And as you can see, like every single time I touch the ground, I'm stopping, I'm resetting, I'm thinking about keeping my glutes squeezed, keeping my core braced as I touch the ground, and I'm pushing away. So yeah, definitely a lot of focus. And of course, around the 4th or 5th set, I get super tired. So I might just start doing regular push-ups, or I might even regress that from a push-up to push-up from knees instead. And that generally does the trick in terms of keeping me going, because again, like, I'm just trying to keep my heart rate up the entire time the best that I can. Muscular endurance will play a role as well, so that's just something to keep in mind. So yeah, here you can see me at the battle ropes, do my best here to keep my heart rate going. And as you can see, I have one variation of the ropes. The first one here where I'm alternating hands, that one is pretty tiring on the core and on breathing as well. And I switched to this one because it's just a lot easier to do when you're more tired. And even there, as I get even more tired from that, get down on my knees and I'm like, all right, let's keep going. Don't stop the set, just to keep the heart rate up all the way through. And I'm like, all right, let's just get into a plank and let's change it to single arm. So there's a lot of ways, obviously, to regress a circuit, for one thing. And let's just say, oh, dang, Jaden, I don't have a rope at my gym. What am I going to do? In that case, you can just use a pair of dumbbells. And that seems to work fine for me. If I can't find ropes at a gym, just try and keep it controlled. That works as well. Or you could try and be more explosive with it. It is completely up to you. But yeah, throwing those in there, having some horizontal row movement, I don't think is a bad idea at all. If you don't feel like doing a horizontal row, or you just don't want to do it, the last two exercises being the ropes and one core movement, you can mix that around. So instead of doing the ropes and then dead bug, which is the last movement, you could do a plank and then you could do dead bug. You could put in two core movements, or you can do the row like I mentioned earlier. Anyways, here you can see me doing the plank. In plank form, try and keep my shoulders down and back. I keep my glutes squeezed. I try to keep my hips up in this movement. You can add some other moves. So like, you can raise your hands, you can raise your legs, you can make it more challenging. And the last movement here is dead bug. We didn't really get the best angle of it. I'm trying to make sure that my back does not leave the floor. I'm extending my left and right arm, and I alternate, and I try and make sure that as I extend one side, the opposite side of my body is not moving to the best of its capability. And this one is a lot harder than it looks, for sure. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with is breathing is always important. So if you get into a circuit like this, maybe look into something called diaphragmatic breathing and learn how to brace your core. And that basically will help you throughout the rest of the workout. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.